You're now tuned into the Monday Midsole with your co-host, Molly Mall.
That's not true.
Polos and
This is the
Kev.
people's ramp.
Unboxed App.
Cut their mic, please.
And Buckeye City Soul. Powered by the Suspects. It's the Monday Midsole. Let's go.
Welcome to the Monday Midsole. I'm your co-host Kev, aka Buckeye City Soul, and we have a great show planned for you today. It's only 3 of us today, but we're gonna do our best to go ahead and give it the old college try. But let me go ahead and pass it on up to Nipsey Russell.
Am I up? Because I look like I'm down.
Are you up?
Oh yeah, I am up. All right. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Polos and Jays. Glad to be back. Glad to be here and see y'all that's in the place. We got a few people in here. Flash E-Hop, Big Joe 23, Rice Goat, John Smith, the homie Beezy, OG Kicks. I saw Hella Laced up here in the building. What's good, fam? With that, I'm gonna pass it over to Kid from Kid and Play.
Got word in there too?
Yeah. Word's in there.
Word. There you go. What up, Word? I had to scroll down.
Hi, everyone. This is Rican Power Girl, co-owner for the Society and the Soul Wash Academy. What's good, everyone?
CEO, CFO, A&R, talent. I'm going to write my own songs. I'm going to star in my own movies. I'm going to write my own movies. I'm going to direct my own movies. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it with...
Who's in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
Well, welcome to What's in the Box, sponsored by Unboxed App. And where's Unboxed App? I don't know, but he says he's going to be back next week. We will see it.
We will see it.
When we see it. I don't know. You know, he's taking a nice hiatus. I need a break, too.
Sabbatical.
Feats in the Streets just popped on in. Appreciate you coming through. But, yeah, who's going first?
What, pickups?
Yeah.
Man, you know, my feelings are hurt. This whole week. This whole week, 2 weeks, my feelings are hurt. But no, I could go first because I don't have anything.
All right. I like your Soul Glow shirt.
Oh my gosh. Let me cut it off. Is this better?
Just let your soul.
The boom bam.
Right.
I just got 2, and I don't even know if I showed these before. Have I showed these?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think I did.
I don't think so.
But the Air Max 1 remix to go with the Air Max 90 remix, pretty dope shoe. I like it a lot. And the Jordan 3, I don't think I showed this one either. I think we got them around the same time, but the Jordan 3.
That size, that look like a 5.5, 6. What size is that?
7.
Not your size. Not your size. That's what size it is. And I love it. I think that's probably my favorite 3 to drop this year because it's a little different.
What's different about it?
It's yellow.
Outside of the color.
It's yellow. But they did a good job on the material and stuff on it.
And you went to the Orange Julius, got you a drink.
Right.
I'm not gonna be yelling out no people. They ain't sponsoring us. It's a chicken spot.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
So
what you got?
For me, I got something that nobody probably wanted, but
I thought you were gonna say that.
Because you
that
called
nobody
Winslow.
have. You said nobody.
No. Check this out. I got these. These are the last Kobe's that came out while he was alive. So, you know, I decided to go ahead and pick these up. Actually, Skip picked these up for me. They were at a outlet out down there in Texas, and he sent them to me the end of June. and they just got to my house last week. That's why I said he strapped them on the back of a pit bull, and they just marched that thing on up here. But I mean, it's not a shoe that you would wear to like, you know, style, but like it's a shoe that I like just to have in my collection. Like, you ever have a pair of shoes where you look at it and you're like, I don't want to get rid of it, but I'm probably not gonna wear it nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's most of mine.
Like, you know,
everything Kobe is not like. I mean, what's the little strap though? Can you zoom in on that?
Well, you know, I can lock in on myself.
You can zoom in on it yourself, Nicole.
Yeah, you can. Like you pull it up to tighten it.
Tighten it.
Yeah, and then it just tightens all the little things around there, and then you pull this to loosen it. It's the same as the Jordan 33. Is that 32? 32? I don't know. One of the last.
One of those.
It was the Jordan before the last one. So what are we at? 34 right now? I'll be at 33.
I think we about to, 35 about to come out, ain't it?
Yeah. So it would have been the 33s then that had the pull up where you release it from the side. But yeah, you know, just something. You know.
Are they comfortable? You put them on foot?
They actually are really comfortable, and they're light, so you could hoop in them if that's what you do.
Kobe, most Kobe's are super comfortable.
Yeah.
Some of them. I mean, they're tough to get on because of the whole, like, you know.
It's like a sock kind of.
Yeah, it's a sock, but then, you know, you have to, like, loosen it with the little strap and stuff. It's similar to the Jordans that came out, just like that. I mean, they're kind of tough to get on, but, you know, I'm not going to have to worry about that too much. And then I got these, the denim.
Mm-hmm.
With the regular, the U.S. Edition. I mean, these may go on sale though. I've seen.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting it out and see what they're gonna do.
If they go for the low, I might go back and get another pair just to have. I like the shoe a lot better. I mean, I got the chlorophylls and I've got the mochas I've never worn before, but I've worn these twice already. And you know, it's COVID time. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I really like those a lot, and it's not like over denimed. So, but I still do wish that they would put together the actual fire red, Fred Savage style. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would do that, but you know,
it'd be nice.
At some point they'll do it.
I'm sure.
But Marcus, you have are you prepared?
I am prepared.
Oh,
wow!
I'm always prepared. What are you talking about? It just takes time to figure out.
Yeah, you gotta get
one of these damn things
going.
Big Joe said
his denim 3s come tomorrow. You gonna love them, man. Yeah, that Pony Express is bananas. J. Jeff, welcome to the show. Oh man, what?
Yeah, we got some
what?
We got some beats.
Wow, what are these? These look like they came from the flea market.
These definitely got to be looked at. This Air Jordan Rain Women's Ash. We got to pull that up.
Can you zoom that?
Yeah, these are things you wrestle in.
That's like a 270 in the back, or I don't know, and the Vapor Max in the front.
And
yeah, these not good. These are not good.
Gary Payton glove.
That's horrible.
I did see somebody with a Vapor Max sandal on Instagram today. No, it wasn't Instagram. It was Facebook. Somebody had it.
Nah, man.
Let me see. I mean, can you zoom in on the? Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Let's go.
Zoom in on what? What do you want to see?
No, I just want to see the bubble a little bit. Let me see the inside.
Ooh,
no,
they're even worse.
Yeah.
Up top, like, you know, you think you're getting a 13, but ta-da, you got a Kanye.
They look close to them Kobe's that you got done from the top.
Let's not talk about your Reeboks. Step mama Reeboks.
Speaking of Reebok,
nobody will ever see those
manager.
Speaking of Reebok, we got a Reebok Insta Pump Fury Utility Green dropping tomorrow.
These ain't horrible, but these aren't needed. These aren't desired.
Man, I can't rock no sneaker with no separation in the heel like that. That's like a dress shoe or something.
It is kind of. But I mean, like, isn't a Trunner kind of built similar to it?
I don't know, but that look like some shit that I would fall in if I rocked them. So I'm not gonna really do that.
Yeah, you need
I already have a hard enough time keeping my balance as it is. I don't
You need to get the
Yeah, with
stride
that big
right
ass
for
head.
old folks.
Those are hard. But there
Right,
was a version of those that came out though. That was dope. I
No.
forgot which
Yeah,
one it was.
yeah, they had
yeah, it was like a
collab.
cartoon related.
The Vogue color?
They did a collab with somebody on this.
Mhm.
I forgot. Who. I want to say it was Rihanna, but I might be wrong. I don't know.
Nah.
Tragic.
Then you got the Adidas Women's ZX2K Boost in the pink and blue and white colorway.
Eh.
Then we got a Jordan 1 Women's multicolor patent leather. I hadn't even seen this one before. This is new to me.
Which one? The dunk?
No, this
The ones?
this mid.
These ones are calling your name.
No, I'm
I
good.
like them actually. I mean, mids, I get it, but I like the color wave.
I don't have a problem with mid as long as the
Yeah,
quality.
Flash is right with the Buzz Aldrin. That was no, the Buzz Lightyear. It was
The Buzz Lightyear,
Buzz
yeah.
Lightyear joint. We both right. Team effort.
Hey, what's up, Miss DMV Soul?
Miss DMB.
Then we got the Nike Dunk Low Ceramic 2020.
I'm only going for these because we're going for all dunks.
Oh yeah, we're going for all dunks. So don't get mad at us, you people who've been copping dunks for years.
Yeah.
We're going for all dunks.
Skate the Great slid in. What's good?
What's happening? Then we got the Jordan 4 PSG.
Now, are these coming out?
Man, I haven't seen them on sneakers or nothing.
I haven't
So I don't
either.
know.
Like, I take these. These I like.
All right, then we got a few Adidas Gazelles coming out on the first.
Man.
Got Nike ISPA Drifter. We can keep on going past that. A couple of those.
They don't need to have no release dates for that stuff. Like, just put them out. I don't get it.
Everybody get excited.
There needs to be some levels to this.
Couple of Puma Future Riders here, the Galaxy. And let's see what else we got coming. We got a little posit for the little feets.
They gotta stop making this mold. It's the worst.
I know, that's what I said. The GS size and below, they look horrible.
A little posit.
Like,
then you got
Adidas
Ultra Boost DNA Cloud.
These ain't bad, but I ain't getting them.
No, they not bad.
Nah, that Ultra Boost gotta be a different color for me to cop, just because they get super dirty super quick.
The women's Air Max Verona Audacious Air.
No.
Another Adidas
Fuck no,
ZX2K.
baby.
That looks like the what is it? The shots. Remember?
Oh, they don't look like shocks.
Them look like
They do in a
seeds.
sense. In the back, the way that back is in the front and that
Mm,
Nike sign.
Shocks is,
Whatever.
Shocks is real ugly. These are just kind of ugly.
No, they are very ugly.
Okay,
Trash.
just like it.
Oh.
Then you got the Nike SB Ninja Free 2.
Ugh.
Man, it's a horrible week, man. Look, I'm not gonna go through all these ugly ass shoes. Let me just find something that's dope, because this is horrible.
September 1, they trying to drop all the trash.
Yeah,
Empty the
get shit out the
dumpster
way.
on us.
And you got another Reebok question, Iverson Harden collab.
Them are them Lamar Latrells from Revenge of the Nerds. You can throw. He said,
I actually saw a video of them, and they don't look bad, man. They
Man,
don't look bad.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't cop them,
with
but they don't look
no
bad.
more questions. I got questions.
You
For
got
the
the,
questions.
you got the Kybrit S2 What the USA.
No.
You know Maul want those, so
Right. We can talk shit since he's not on today.
Yeah, we not.
he's
getting
watching. We're not gonna talk about him. He's watching.
He gonna get him.
Of course he is. He thought he was gonna get him today when I had put that link in there, and it's gone. Then you got two Puma RSX dropping. Well, now one of them is RS 2K, whatever.
Yeah. One you don't get the X with it.
Right. And then you got an Air Foam Posit 1 Aurora 1996 All Star. Why?
I just don't like foam posits with black outsoles. That just
We'll come back to that, Jordan. We're gonna say that last. I want to go real quick to this Dunk Low Disrupt. What do y'all think about these?
I don't like them. They look like how do I say this?
Don't. You don't.
All right, I'm
Oh.
gonna leave it alone.
I already
then.
know where you're going.
I'm
You
gonna
don't.
leave it alone then.
But I hate how Nike will find something. Dunks is the big thing right now, and now they want to go and say, okay, well, we're selling dunks. Let's change it up a little bit and let's see if people gonna get out. No, just give us dunks.
Well, I mean, they're
and I'm mad they even got women on there. You know what I'm saying?
They're pushing a minnow in there. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, I think it's a good move to go with the women because, like, since the dunk is so hot right now, there's gonna be somebody who may not be like super into sneakers that say like there's someone that has a boyfriend that's into sneakers that's got dunks. You got a chance to get a pair of dunks. She's like, look, babe, I got a pair of dunks. She's like, nah, these ain't the ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it could be. I don't know.
They have like a platform-ish look to them.
Yeah,
too.
It's like the other one or the one that we just looked at a little bit ago. It's just.
I wish they put men on there or just don't. You know what I mean? Like, why assign that to us? I'm mad that it's a woman size.
They try.
No, they have men pairs coming out as well.
Yeah,
they have. I've seen a red and white for the men.
That's
whatever.
awesome.
So,
Give
but
up for all these women up in here.
But let's go to the shoe of the week, man, and let's talk about it for a second because I know when pictures first came, most people was like trash. God dog it, come on.
These are the most beautiful, ugly shoes ever.
Yeah, nobody wanted them. Oh, they was trash. They was this. They was that. Now it's like the hottest Jordan 1 of the year.
Babies are sweet.
They dope.
Yeah. I like
they
them.
dope.
But you know how sneakers be doing me. And then I tried on Foot Locker don't love me anymore. Like, they say, yeah, your money's not good anymore. And then Finish Line, I don't think they have the thing on them. They didn't have a thing.
Yeah, I don't think Finish Line got them.
They have them in their blog, though.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be an online-only release.
I wonder if they're going to be a GR, because a lot of places getting them, and the Foot Lockers that, like, don't typically get, like, dope shoes are getting these. So,
yeah.
I mean, it might be a wide release to stores, but not a deep release.
Right. Exactly, and hopefully I'll find out tomorrow or so. I reached out to a couple of people to find out what kind of inventory they got in, but yeah, it looks like a lot of stores getting them, but I really don't think they're gonna get a lot of pairs in all honesty.
And I think a lot of them is getting them, but they're not getting a lot of GS sizes.
Yeah, most stores are not
or any GS sizes.
Most stores are not getting GS.
We don't need those.
Don't be like that.
But Chad, what do y'all think? I think right now, as far as like a regular general release shoe, I think this is the dopest Jordan 1 of the year so far.
I just need a pair. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2 stick on.
It would have been nice if they would have like a double swoosh on there for some reason. I don't know why I kind of see it.
No, not on these.
I'm telling you, I don't know why.
Don't
I just see kind of like a double swoosh on that.
Not for this pair.
No, you'd be like, it'd been real nice. They put a Jumpman on the back and and a Wings logo on the tongue.
No, man.
I can see it.
Flash said he's getting as many pairs as he can.
Yeah, I'm going for multiples for sure.
I just want one. Just one.
Yeah, I just want
Flash. Can you put a ticket in for me too?
Flash, give me a 12, bro. The shipping ain't bad. We live in the same state. All right, let's go ahead and get into these topics.
Hadouken!
Topics? I think I lost the drop for that one. But first one, we're gonna go ahead and cover the Mamba Day. What went wrong with Nike's Kobe Bryant release? They had several drops come out. They had the pack. They had the Lakers, the EYBL. Wasn't there something else? What was the golden? What's the golden white pair?
I can't remember what they were called.
The golden white pair.
Yeah.
They had all these come out, and we saw very little W's. I think Flash got a pair of the white and gold joints, but we saw very little W's. It just felt like they just tried to do like a collab where you would think that they would want everybody who was either a Kobe fan or who respected Kobe to have a chance at getting at least one of these shoes, where they were all impossible. Even the jersey was tough to get. And it wasn't even, I don't think it was even like an elite jersey. It was like a swingman type jersey. I'm like,
right.
Like, if I'm going to spend money on a jersey, I want to get the the real deal. No, I mean he didn't wear this jersey, but that I still want the same materials. And the Nike basketball jerseys they're not great. They're not great. I'll take a Mitchell and Ness. So when Mitchell and Ness goes and they make the same jersey, then I'll buy it then. Because they're not making.
I think the jersey was more for memorabilia. I don't think it was more for wear, because everybody who I knew that was going for the jersey was like, I'm just going to cop it and I'm going to put it up, I'm going to frame it. I'm not going to wear it. So I think it was more of a memorabilia type thing.
But how you going to frame it when it got the, you're trying to accent the number on both sides? There's an 8 in the front and a 24 in the back. So it's just like, unless you get a clear one that spins around, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, what was your favorite Kobe? 8 or 24? Shit, I don't know.
I mean, I have more 8 jerseys than 24. I mean, I only have 2 8.
Big John 23 Kick said that they're going for $700 to $800 now.
Yeah,
man, that's crazy.
What was the retail? 125 or 2?
120,
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, they were 120. They went up to 700 right after release.
And I think it was their Swingman version too, because their Elite version's $200, I believe. But then they got a Jordan one that was $400 that was on sale at Final Score for like $100. But then they didn't have my size, so I didn't. But
yeah, I don't understand the logic behind Nike releasing so few pairs. I mean, I heard probably each pair was no more than 5,000 released for each colorway. And I mean, Nike knows the demand for this shoe, and they know that the resellers are going to chase them. And it's not like they're trying to do bot prevention to keep that from happening. So it's, I don't get the logic, and I'm hoping that from this point that they'll do better on these releases. Cause you got that other colorway that's coming out. What is it? The 5 rings, man, those are dope, and that's a pair I definitely hope I can add, but it's gonna be crazy chasing that stuff, man. And y'all know we was on a hunt. I mean, I've never in my life worked so hard to try to get some shoes and hit all else.
Yeah, I mean, I tried. I didn't really go all in because
in a whole bunch of different platforms.
With sneakers, it's been super tough, and I don't know. It just gets to the point where you're like, hey, I throw my hat in there, it gets thrown back, I get to keep that money. And, if I want to buy something else, I can. But yeah, I mean, I wish Maul was here because, he honestly, I mean, I guess I don't want to say that anybody's entitled, but when you support something like that and you go so hard for something like that, I think that you should have the opportunity. I mean, obviously, he's gotten seeded things before. But like with him having like the Kobe's and the Kyries, and I mean Steph Curry, and then he gets looked out for with the Steph Curry, well, used to. Like he even really talked about it in the last year or so since they haven't been winning.
And that's something, right? That's really something that needs to change because there's certain people in the culture who like Jumpman. I mean, to me, in my opinion, there shouldn't be a release that Jumpman shouldn't get. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a Jordan pair. When it comes to Kobe's, I mean, there shouldn't be a pair that Maul shouldn't get. Even the saying like the mayor, if they come out with some Air Force Ones, there shouldn't be a pair that he shouldn't get. There's certain people whose name you automatically think of when you think of a silhouette. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something that, Nike drops the ball on so often. I mean, but
go ahead.
No, but they don't care. But they'll go out and look out for celebrities who never gonna wear the pair.
Right. Yeah. You see people who aren't even known for sneakers. Some people who, they're known for. But like, I would think if you're gonna seed something, you want to seed them something that you want people to buy. Like, these are gonna go. You don't even need to seed these. Like, these could go. You could sell them for $300, and they're gonna go. And I just don't understand why they would do that and then put the shoe out and allow all the bots to eat everything up. I don't know. I mean, some people did get lucky. You see, Word, she got the what did she get?
The undefeated pack.
The undefeated. She got the
Word got that. Congrats.
Yeah, that
Congrats,
one was
That's
dope. That one I wouldn't mind
dope.
I like the colorful one more than I like the white pair, but yeah, that's definitely a dope cop.
For sure.
But yeah, man.
What
But how
are
do you
hits on
track?
a lot?
Let's go back though. How do you track who is a serious collector, right?
Nike
Versus those people. I mean, that's kind of like the same concept, right? That we talked about women releases, and they were only releasing to women. Like, how can you really track that, right?
I mean,
and then people was getting upset. Women was getting upset that men were copying certain sneakers. I think it's somewhat of the same concept in a sense too.
But I mean,
no?
like you had a lot of places that had like a little quiz, that talked about Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know that hey, you could go ahead and Google it, but some people will, some people won't. Or I mean, you had to put your Instagram in there too. They could go and if you want, I mean, if they only had 25 pairs, boom, all right, you picked your name. Let's check it out. This person doesn't wear sneakers. This person, collects ties or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like there's things that could have been done to make sure that they get in the hands of the people that really want them. I mean, they can create a captcha. There's ways to get around that.
And I think the way Union did their release is the way everybody should do theirs going forward.
And F them too. Because like the thing that's crazy about that one is it's like they had the capture thing up on the logo, so when you clicked on it, it went backwards, and then you had to turn the phone to make it go, and then you sitting in there for 10-15 minutes and it says your shoe is not available. All right, bet. You go back to it and you pick your shoe. You can pick the same damn size again, and it's just like, all right, it's loaded in like you got it in your basket, and then it does the same thing. So it was
but we can't fuss about the bots, and then when you got somebody who actually prevents the bots, even though there's difficulties.
That's the person who won. So
I mean, but regardless if I won or not, it was refreshing to see bot protection. I mean,
they did a lot better than what Nike does. However, I still don't like it because I didn't.
I mean, imagine Nike has a larger, platform. They can accept more orders. Imagine if Nike did that, we would hit more.
Right.
We wouldn't. I mean, it would probably have this little, bugs in it. But honestly, man, I mean, when I got to the capture part, it gave me a problem because I couldn't see the picture. Then I asked for another one. I did it. It went through, and my transaction was done. It was like 5 minutes.
Well,
I'm
great.
Gonna cry. Okay,
I'm not trying to
it worked for you. It worked for you.
I'm just trying to say that I love the way it worked. Even if I didn't hit, I still was impressed with the way they went about it. So
yeah,
I would like to see more of that.
Yeah.
Who hit unions?
I would
so
take. I would take the black pair, the guavas on. Like,
you say who hit what, Nicole?
Who hit on the unions that y'all know of?
I haven't seen nobody. One dude hit me up and said he hit, but I haven't seen nobody that I know hit on him.
So Word got a pair for her. So I mean, she getting a lot. She winning. She got the lucky.
Word always be hitting on stuff like that though, man. Whenever it comes to like those raffles and those email type things and shit like that, Word always hit.
Word and her souls be hitting on stuff. I ain't hit on nothing anymore, so I just stay with my GRs and fade my stuff out.
Keep hope alive.
We're gonna start selling stuff here.
Yeah, that was one of the questions. What color is orange? What color is an orange? I was like, okay.
I think with that, a lot of people overthought that because I was watching a live show.
Did.
A lot of people was like, well, what color is that guava? What color is that orange on the shoe? And they looking up the SKU numbers and shit. I just put in orange, just boop, boop, boop.
And I put orange in too, and I still didn't get them hoes.
Don't you got the union ones?
No. I don't have any unions. Union ones, they told me I was a bot.
Because you are RoboCop. That's why they know you RoboCop.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with efficiency. Anyways.
The word you don't hit on dunks, so I hit on the dunks for you, you hit on the J's for me, and we'll do a swap. How about that?
Hey, but you ain't getting rid of them Chicago dunks if you get them.
Oh hell no, but they're not even coming out of here.
No,
I think that's just an overseas release from what everybody's saying.
I thought I saw a raffle or something for them.
Yeah, but that was overseas. That wasn't here.
I honestly like the Jordan lows better than the dunks.
Oh no, them dunks look plush.
Hey, the Jordan 1 Chicago's are plush. They're different.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and hit the next one.
Hadouken!
Sneakers and entertainment. Throughout the years and throughout, all of TV and movies, we've seen Jordans, different Nikes, Reeboks peppered into, what we're seeing. And we're just gonna kind of talk about, create like maybe even a little list of some of the shows and some of the people who are known for Jordans. Or you're watching a movie and all of a sudden you got into it because you seen somebody walk by with some Jordan 5s or something that that sparked you. And you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna watch this movie. I think there was a movie my wife and I watched maybe a couple days ago, and I was like, oh snap! I didn't know what time it was, but I knew it was 91 because he had the 6s on. So I was like, okay, you can kind of like date something based on the. No, it was we was watching Family Matters because we got Hulu, and on the first episode, Eddie had the Jordan 3 Fire Reds. So I was like, dang, that was in '88 when that came out. I thought it came out in the '90s. That would have been the '80s, the end of the '80s. So, so let's go ahead and go around. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some of the people on the actual show picture, whatever. We got Fresh Prince, of course, probably one of the biggest names in sneakers for back then for entertainment. And we also got Kadeem Hardison from Different World, and also, he wasn't just in Different World wearing sneakers. He was wearing them in School Days, White Men Can't Jump. What was a movie where he was the brother? Him and Marlon Wayans. He was the angel.
Yeah, I can't remember what you're talking about. I know
they had, but I forget what shoes they had, but they were rocking shoes then. Yeah, Martin, of course, man. So many episodes where you got to see Jordans. And back then when Jordans came out, you didn't really get a great look at them unless you went to the store and they actually had them. But, some of these stars, they had them and you got to, oh, these are the new Jordans, because you couldn't tell what Jordan had on. Because the TV, you watching the game on the 13-inch TV, you ain't seeing no details.
I ain't seeing shit.
Not 13.
You sitting there trying to put the bunny ears together, so, six man.
6 man. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Damn,
Said,
I gotta go back and watch that.
She thinks Different World Trump Fresh Prince, and I don't know.
I agree. I agree.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. They did have a lot there, but Fresh Prince had a lot, and he didn't just have Jordans. He would have Hirachis. He would have Air Force. He had solo flights, all types of shoes. Will Smith had. So I would still give the nod to him, but everybody's entitled to their.
But I think the difference is that with Fresh Prince, it was really just Fresh Prince and what was it, Jazzy? What's his DJ?
Yeah, Jazzy Jeff. Jazz was his name.
Jazz, right. It was probably just them two, which Jazzy just really didn't come on the show a lot. So it was just Fresh, Will Smith. But with a different world, it was multiple people that was wearing them.
Yeah.
But you had two people. You had Ron, you had Dwayne Wayne. That's it. Everybody else was females, except for Sinbad, but Sinbad never had no heat on.
I think with Different World, the reason why I got to take that, it was more prevalent. With Fresh Prince, you saw it, but really, if you go back and watch Fresh Prince, there wasn't a whole lot of episodes where he was rocking Jordans. Just know.
There was, though. There was a lot.
Man, damn near anytime I watch Fresh Prince, I don't see him wearing no J's. But you put it on Different World, usually somebody got on some J's. And I guess maybe with me, because I was a 3 head, and they was always rocking 3s on a Different World. So that's what
3s, 5s.
And mostly you saw Will with just 5s on when he was wearing J's.
Yeah, he had a lot of 5s, but he also wore things that weren't just Jordans though. Like he had he had the Force. Like when he was playing basketball with Carlton. Carlton had something on, didn't he? I think he had like Jason Kidd's on or something.
Carlton always had them horror bottoms on and shit. Playing ball in horror bottoms.
No.
Yeah,
somebody said the Wayans brothers, but was that in the 90s?
The Wayans brothers, yeah.
That was in the 90s.
in the picture, in the picture, like the second thing down, you see the Wayans brothers. They had a lot of heat. I mean, you see the 13s here. The Air Max 98s. The Jason Kids that Marcus hates. With Flight 95, and then the questions, Reebok questions. But Martin might beat all of them. Then now I think about it, 'cause Martin had a lot.
He did. Martin had a lot. I mean,
but he had a lot of variety, because he had pennies, he had Jordans, he had Hirachis, he had.
And he even made, he even talked about his shoes in a couple of episodes where, like, Fresh Prince hardly ever said anything about what he was rocking, So, but you know what's crazy about it though? Like, you would think that all of them would be like big sneakerheads and shit like that, but most of them, for the most part, if you show them a pair today, they wouldn't even know what you're holding up.
I think Martin would. I think Martin.
Nah.
Because Martin has his own. He has his own sneaker. I think.
Go and watch sneaker shopping with Martin and Will on there. Martin is clueless. Go watch.
I don't know.
Both of them.
I went and saw Martin like 2-3 years ago. He came to Columbus and he had on Concords. I don't know. I mean, I think that he'd be into sneakers.
I don't think so, man.
Somebody mentioned New York Undercover.
Yeah.
I forgot about them.
What's it called? The Ghost. What is it? Power. They were talking about Jordans in there too. They would go into Jimmy Jazz here and there.
Like most of the HBO shows that have a black cast, they Jordan sponsors them in the background, so you'll see a lot of J's on. Like if you watch The Shy, all them kids always got J's on there.
But but that's now. We're talking about back, like what was influencing us. You know what I mean?
My true influence wasn't even Dwayne Wade was my style influence, period. I mean, with the glasses, the haircut, the clothes, kicks. He was the guy who I rocked. Whenever I seen him wear some shit, that I had to have it. So he was always my style icon growing up through those years. But as far as getting in the J's, it was Spike Lee that really got me in the J's.
Yeah,
Spike Lee. I mean, he in every movie. And at least in the beginning, outside of like Mo Better Blues and time pieces where you couldn't have. I think She's Gotta Have It had the True Blue
because Morris Blackman.
Yep. And then School Days, Dwayne Wade. It wasn't Dwayne Wade. He was Kadeem Hardison.
Mm-hmm.
He had the Jordan. I think he had twos on in that one. What else did he have? Do the Right Thing, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Him and what was it? Bugging Out.
Yeah.
Had the fours, and he had the threes. He had a lot. He used a lot of Jordans in there. I mean, it was good cross marketing. But then he gave him them Spizikes, which anything else. They should have left it at just the two black and the white pairs. I think, honestly, because I think they saturated them so much that they weren't special anymore, and then they became stepdaddy shoes.
Yeah, they should have only did the first two colorways and left it alone.
I still like the first two.
Marcus, Meet the Press said that Marlon is a sneakerhead.
Who?
Marlon
Wayans.
Marlon
Wayans. Yeah. But I'm talking about like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are not really like sneakerheads like that. They ain't got no huge collections or no shit like that. They just buy like the stuff that they really know. But yeah, Marlon Wayans is a shoe guy, period. Not just sneakers, but just shoes. Like,
did Living Single have sneakers on there?
Ooh, I don't know, because Overton wore boots.
Yeah.
And then Kyle didn't wear those.
Yeah, he wore hard bottoms.
Maybe Queen. Maybe a couple episodes.
That's what I was trying to think. I mean, their style was fly. I agree.
You have to even get outside of the black. I mean, the black shows and getting Jerry Seinfeld wore a lot of different, Jordans, Nikes. He had the Agassiz, Moabs. Who else was it? Craig T. Nelson and Coach. Coach used to wear Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
We got White Man Can't Jump on there too.
Raging
Back to the Future.
On Living Single wore the Space Jam 9s. Okay.
All right. Wait, the Space Jam 9s.
Oh, they call it. The black and white.
Yeah, okay,
Nah.
they calling that. Okay. Was it? I always thought that Fred Savage was dope because I was like about his same age, maybe a year or so younger. Him and his brother Ben Savage. Fred Savage and was it Monsters? Was it the Monsters movie where the dude peed in the apple juice? You ever seen that one? Where
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, he wore the Jordan 3 Fire Red in that, and then Ben and what was it? Boy Meets World. He was wearing the 8s.
Yeah, I think somebody had put something. The 8s, which ones?
The Bugs Bunny 8s. But
Forrest Gump wore the Nike Cortez.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I have those.
Boo.
Yeah.
I never liked the Cortez.
I like the Cortez. I think I don't know if it's a New York thing too. But yeah, I just like them. They were simple, and that was actually a sneaker that I could get. That my mom wouldn't be tripping because the price was real cheap.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I could never get down with those. I can never get jiggy with those.
But I know I'm about to say this one cartoon, and I think I brought it up in our private chat too. But somebody had brought it up in regards to my style, and it was Punky Brewster.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it wasn't any sneakers per se, like any Jordans or anything like that, but they did look like ones or
I think
Dunk
she
Highs.
wore like Reebok workouts, like wear like one color one, and then another color
and switch it.
Yeah, because they used to come out with all types of different colors. I think that Whitney Houston in her first video had Reebok workouts.
Yeah.
There was a lot. I mean, a lot of movie or music videos. I mean, you had Kid and Play. They had with the Jordan 3s on one of their album covers.
Yeah. I think NWA had some Jordans on one of their album covers.
So and Pepper, they had the Reeboks classics. That was a big thing in New York.
Pepper. They definitely were fly. I was trying to think. I seen Jason had a T-shirt with TLC on it, but they used to always wear like combat boots. Yeah,
they are. Yeah, I don't ever remember seeing that one of those sneakers.
I remember girls used dressed like TLC. They wear those Fila mind blowers.
And Aaliyah, right? Didn't know
Aaliyah used to rock J's. She used
to rock Tommy. Back in
the day. The Tommy overall.
EPMD, yeah, EPMD for sure.
Trying to think of who else. Who else we got here?
Yeah, Juice. In the movie Juice. What?
Yeah,
that was a classic.
Terminator.
Tupac wore J's about too back then.
Terminator, where they had the Vandals, where you wear the Nike Vandals.
Yeah.
What else?
The Goonies.
Did they have what they wear?
They had the Skyforce High in the Goonies.
Okay. Doogie Howser. I think Doogie Howser used to wear those pumps, like kind of the air pressure.
Yeah.
And then of course Michael J. Fox with the Mag Skate, good one. I mean that's probably the most. That's the most iconic, probably.
Wait, New Jack City? What do they have in New Jack City?
I can't remember.
Anthony Turner.
Somebody in the background, probably. Somebody said Anthony. Is it Anthony Anderson? Blackish.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely sneakerhead.
Yeah.
And
sure.
And the dude that writes, what's his name? He got a show on Netflix.
Yeah.
He a huge sneakerhead. But you know who tripped me out there as a sneakerhead, man, and I had no clue, is Mike Epps.
Yeah.
No clue.
You didn't think so?
I wonder if he's in the sneakers.
No, dude. You gotta watch Complex Closets. His collection crazy.
Okay.
He had made a post. So like I think I want to say it was last year, and he was like, it was a video where he was like, "Y'all telling me that I'm too old to be rocking like this? Like I'm gonna do this for life. Like I brought y'all into this shit." And it was a funny video, but definitely.
Yeah, check out that Complex Closets, man. He got some heat.
I just listened to him on Mike Tyson's Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. That's a dope podcast. If you get a chance to like, if you listen to podcasts, check out Hot Boxing. I mean, if you were a fan of Mike, you just see that connection that he has with some of these famous people and the impact that he had. But he's such a humble dude now and you get to see him break down like just like who he is, and like he's just like talking to him would be like talking to me, like me and you talking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like and you just hear him laugh, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause he's so high. His little laugh, man, it makes me laugh. I'll be sitting in there like he had one on with Evander Holyfield, and that was super interesting. So like that's one that like if you gonna check out a podcast, check out.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and the one with Holyfield was just real good because, you know, like I feel like back in the day you would take on people's beefs. So either you were a Tyson guy or you hated Tyson and you rooted against him, and like you be out there fighting somebody when, you know, these guys probably kicking it together after the fight's over with. I mean, they weren't back then, but you know, they had a relationship prior to the fight, and then afterwards, you know, they connect and they definitely have respect for each other. Now Holyfield kind of, he took a lot of hits because he speak different. I talk different. He talked like.
I love Mike Tyson's fights with Don King. Like it was like a fight after fight after fight, and they would get at it.
Mike Tyson, man, those fights lasted 30 seconds.
Mike Tyson, my favorite boxer of all time. Like just the event that it was of a Mike Tyson fight coming on. Like you got to see, you know what I'm saying? Like we got to watch it on HBO. I got to stay up late, and you just come in there and just melt folks.
I mean, every time Tyson fought, the whole family, we all got together. We all got around the TV. We had drinks. We had food. It was an event. It was an epic event. It's not like that no more.
Right.
It's really not. I mean, the last time Mayweather kind of got into that lane a little bit, but you know, I talk about Mayweather. But to me, the GOAT is gonna always be Ali. Period.
Yeah. I mean, when you got to see him, like Ali was like at the end when I was coming up, and then so Mike was the Mike Jordan for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, and Michael Jackson. It was three Mikes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a golden era right there.
For it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Like man, I love LeBron. LeBron's my dude, but like I don't feel the same way about basketball that I did when I was watching Michael Jordan.
But that's not because of LeBron, no. That's more because of the competition level is not the same. You don't have the same.
Right, but I'm just saying, just that era though, like the
era
of sports.
I mean, he started that. I mean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
They did. All of them reinvented their sports and reinvented the social life around their sports. All of those guys, you know, Tyson and Jordan, and they changed the game. I mean, and even Michael Jackson changed music. So they all changed the game.
That was I wish I would have saw him live.
Oh man,
I never saw him live.
Oh, I saw him twice.
I wish I would have too.
Epicness.
But I was like, I think the last fight with the Holyfield was what, like 96, 97?
Yeah.
I was 17. I wasn't going nowhere. My mom wasn't having that.
No, I saw Mike Tyson fight, but I never seen Michael Jackson perform. That's what I was talking about.
Third row for what was that tour? It was in '89. I said third row, and he was on this big swinging arm. He came and he was just slapping everybody's hands. Man, you just saw people just falling out. Just every hand he touched, people just, it was crazy.
Like, let me ask y'all this. This is kind of off topic. Like, all right, like we all have respect for Michael Jackson. We all, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel funny about still supporting the music, or is it something that you're just like, fuck it? Like, I hope it didn't happen, but
that's the thing. We don't know if it happened.
Right.
We don't know, so I can't judge him based off of he say she say. Right. There's no facts. There's no evidence. So I still love Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
It doesn't change how I feel about who he was.
Same.
I never thought a second about it, to be honest with you. And I think one of the things with him, because and there was an interview that he was in where he said that he didn't feel the love here anymore, and that's one of the reasons he started going overseas. And you know, and that kind of drove, you know, it like hurt him, I guess, for lack of a better word.
I can understand.
But yeah, he felt like an outer in, you know, here in the United States. And so yeah, I just loved his message, the stories, the time. Remember, his videos used to be like 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, those videos were long, and he put so much money and time into that.
He created that whole genre of music videos. He created that shit.
That Thriller video, man.
Thriller.
I remember I couldn't watch the beginning and the end of it. I'm like, all right,
A Michael Jackson video back then was like going to like a Mike Tyson fight. It had a certain time it was gonna come on. Everybody was in front of the TV. I remember when Thriller dropped, it was on MTV. It was like at 8:00. It was gonna come on, and everybody was like, "Okay, we're gonna watch this new Mike." You know what I'm saying? That's he did something that nobody else could do, man.
Yeah, he was an entertainer.
He was.
So
I mean, Prince still a
Big
dope.
Joe, we're gonna have to have Big Joe on there and just talk about some old stuff because he has some great stories and some concerts that he been to. So we're gonna have to do that sometime.
Was it one of the sneakers that he had put on the battle?
Yeah.
Was it that he wore?
Was it Run DMC with the shell toe, or was it shell toe? Because he had, or was it the Jordan 3? Because he had a chain. He had the big chain, but I thought it was Run DMC though.
Well, he did that, but he put out I want to say I can't remember if it was the OG 3 or the first retro of the 3. I can't remember.
Yeah, he did have.
Yeah, I remember the time.
He had a 3, and then him and Leak both brought out them terrible Knicks Adidas.
Man, I'm tripping though, man. I actually got to see Mike. I got to see all 3 Mikes live. That's crazy.
I got to go. I went to a Jordan game, and that was a game that I think he played the first quarter, and we were late. So
he was mad all night.
Man, I was salty. But I was a kid, and you know what I'm saying, like it was like an hour to get to Richfield back then because they didn't play in Cleveland. They played in Richfield back then, and man, but I still remember it.
Big Joe said,
Run
Run DMC, yeah.
All right, let's hit this other topic real quick.
Hadouken!
All right, so we got 3 Michael Jordan Jumpman ballers. You got Jason Tatum, you got Zion Williamson, you got Luka Doncic. Who gets the next signature? Now, I saw that Nightwing had done a poll, and most of the people were saying that it should be Luka. And I mean, to me, I'm trying to be fair and say, I mean, maybe because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about Luka, and Zion's they didn't make the bubble, so it's hard to say what's going on with them. And then the Tatum, they made it. Are they still playing? I only watched the Lakers.
Obviously.
So
based on what you got on.
So yeah, I only watched the Lakers. But I've been hearing a lot more rumblings about Luka than anybody else, and maybe it's just because it's right now, and this abbreviated gameplay, and there is no Zion, or were they playing? Did they play and get swept or something? They didn't make it.
I don't think they made it. I haven't really kept up either, but I don't think they made it. I think their record was too awesome.
So who do you think should? I mean, based on what you know, who do you think should get the next? Or if you don't know, then who would you imagine would get it next?
I personally think, and even though I'm not a fan, I don't like the team, I personally think it should be Luka. And I'm going to tell you why. You get Rookie of the Year and Most Improved Player of the Year the following year. Nobody's ever done that. How do you go from being a Rookie of the Year then become even better the following year? That doesn't happen. And we're talking about an international guy. We're not talking about a guy that came up here. We're talking about an international guy.
Right.
And that's something you don't see international guys getting their own shoe, getting the signature shoe. And also, he's white. Those are things right there that definitely goes in the favor of Jordan Brand, because that's going to bring more people into buying sneakers. Okay, he's a great white hope. He's international. He's clean cut. That's perfect. With Zion, I just don't see Zion having that career that we expected. I see him being injury prone and just not being that baller.
Did he get hurt again towards the end, or?
I want to say he did. I can't remember, man, but it's just, I really see his career as being one where he's just not going to be the player we thought he was.
Man, I don't know. I was hoping that he would be, the next one to carry the torch. And I mean, there's still time. I mean, he's still a young guy. Tatum is nasty. He's dope. But I mean, I don't know. Like, none of these three guys like excite me. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, you know, like if I watch him, like Luka, he can get to the hoop. He can make his own shot. He's got handles. He can shoot from the three. But like, they're great players, but like they don't excite me. Like, I think that Zion probably had the most potential because he just had that power. Like,
Right.
he just overpower you. Give me that damn ball. I'm a dunk.
We have been just like, you know, we wanted another Jordan
Right.
in his era. Now we want another LeBron, and he's the closest thing to LeBron. So I
Right.
think that's why everybody jumped on that Zion. And I just don't see him carrying that torch. I don't right now, honestly, don't see anybody in the league carrying that next great thing torch.
Right.
I really don't. And it's kind of sad because once LeBron gone, what is the NBA going to be like?
Right. I think everybody's gonna have to change their perspective or perception of greatness and kind of bring it down a little bit. Like, I mean, when Jordan left, to me, I was just like, all right, I'm done. I didn't even give myself a chance to really even rock with Kobe like that.
But you still had AI balling. You know what I'm saying?
Right. True.
There's really not somebody. There's not that in between that we've always had. We've always had somebody, and we don't have it right now. And I've just lost it. And Vince Carter, we have Vince Carter doing that era. We don't have them superstars no more.
Yeah, Big Joe, that does make sense. So he says he feel like Zion's gonna be like Vince Carter, fun to watch, dunk machine, but not winning any titles.
Yep.
And that's very possible. Unless he gets traded. If he gets put on one of these power teams, who knows? But
I don't know. I think for me, someone who's not really into the sports, like, at all, really, I might go to a live game and enjoy it. But none of the names that you mentioned, like, even before, like, Kobe and LeBron, I kind of was impacted by them, even though, or had some level of influence, even though I wasn't watching the games. The names that we're talking about right now, there's nobody that I really know like that, not even being in the game, where I can say, oh yeah, I heard of him, you know,
well, I mean,
in that aspect.
I mean, they're still.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying, there's anyone in the league. Yeah.
I think that they'll be great players. I think that once LeBron's gone, these are going to be the guys that are, you know, towards the top. If they don't get hurt, you know, like Marcus said, I do worry about Zion. But then I think that during that off time, I think he slimmed down. So who knows? I mean, these guys got a lot of money to maintain their bodies. They can do things a lot different than they have in the past. You know, if Luka can go from being the rookie of the year to being the most improved player, that's a lot of area. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he can keep continuing to get better and continue to evolve his game, like, he might be. And then I think that there's a lot of people that have that hunger for Luka. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that hung on the bird for as long as they possibly could. And, you know what I'm saying? Other people have kind of come in and gone, but they haven't been, you know, like the Bird was, you know, top 5. I don't think Bird was a top 5 player in the league. But I think that they're going to gravitate towards Luka, and especially with the way where things are with relations and color issues in society, I think that you're going to see a lot of support go to Luka based on that, which is
he's playing in the perfect area for that. He's playing in Dallas, which we had Dirk, we had Steve Nash,
right,
we had these other, right, Porzingis. We've had these other, you know, teams that was led by a white guy that, you know, was able to carry them to a championship. Right. So he's playing in the right city where he can get that great push. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he's a great player. I give him that. It's just not fun watching these guys like it was watching, you know, LeBron and Kobe and Jordan and Bird.
Right. And I mean, some of it might be because we have a lot of other options, where we were funneled into one thing or another. Like you were funneled into watching basketball or maybe 8 other channels. You know what I'm saying? Back then. Now you got 300 channels. You got YouTube. You got Hulu. You got Netflix. You got. I mean, there's
But
always something on.
even without that, though, man, there used to be a time where every season I wanted to go to a few games and I wanted to see players. There's not anybody that I'm just like, okay, I want to go and watch Zion play. I don't.
Right.
That doesn't move me anymore. There's nobody in the league that I'm like, oh, I need to see them play before they leave. Because I saw LeBron play live. That's it. I've seen Harden, my favorite player right now.
But the thing is, though, do you also want to drop $150 on a ticket? Where back then, it was $35, $40.
I wouldn't mind if it was somebody like Jordan or somebody exciting. If Kobe was,
Well,
if Kobe was
it's
still playing,
150. You all the way at the top.
oh,
The
yeah,
tickets
that's
be
true too.
expensive.
I'm talking about. Well, I live in Ohio. You can get a
okay.
ticket for $150. You can go to the Cavs game and eat snacks.
Nah, you
Oh,
paying
nah.
you paying $2 something and up per ticket here.
You can get.
Yeah.
You probably. I think what Mo and I looked at tickets at. We were at the sneaker con, and it was like $35, and it was maybe it wasn't like it was cheap, but it was a playoff game. It was like $50, but it was like the last minute deal, so like you had to get them. So it was like $50 for a playoff game. They're playing the Pacers.
No.
Anyways, let's see here. Wasn't there one more?
Yeah,
No.
we're gonna talk about.
All right, we'll
yeah.
hit it. We'll hit it. Real quick. We'll hit this one real quick, and then we'll get into Chadwick. Puma is getting Lamelo. What kind of move? Like, what do you guys think about that? Or does it matter? Does it matter? I think Lamelo's nice.
It's a great move for Puma.
Right.
It's a great move for Puma because Puma's really trying to get in the basketball arena and have their name out there with the Nike and the other brands. It's a great move for Puma. I think LaMelo could have got a better deal. I think he could have got, a deal from just about anybody he wanted one from. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to watch. It's gonna be interesting to see what the silhouettes look like, or whatever. Is it gonna bring people to buy Puma because they're doing well in the running and the runners right now. So what are they gonna do with basketball?
Some of their hoop shoes are starting to look like they have potential, but like I'm not gonna to jump to that. But I really like the RSX.
Yeah, I do.
With that team in mind, they have the potential to. Kind of get in there. And then also, I sent this to the chat, John Wexler left Adidas today. Well, that's the reports.
Oh, yeah.
So, who knows?
But wait,
where he ends up.
let's go back. So, is he not going to be with BBB or whatever it is
Big Ball
anymore?
Brand?
No.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't even think they even.
I don't think they
doing
make
anymore.
shoes anymore.
Yeah.
So, they're just doing clothing. Because they have put out a release not too long ago. Because their site was down for a while, and then all of a sudden they put it on some clothing.
Man, they probably got somebody with a crayon creating them things.
Yeah,
But I think that Puma. I think they what was it, Aton they had for the Suns, and there was another cat that they had. I think was Danny Green had Pumas. I don't know, but they're like I don't know. I think that he's gonna. I think he's gonna be good. I don't know how good. To see him, Clay, and Steph play together would be kind of crazy. Either splash triplets or something like that. But his game is nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. It definitely.
Somebody in the chat said that that's probably the only deal that he could get after his father had insulted so many different basketball brands, and it's true.
Money is money, though.
No, I think Nike and stuff was still interested in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that he might have messed up with the older brother. He might have messed that first deal up, but I think he was wearing Nikes for a while.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Good luck. If they dope, then
Hopefully it's something dope.
They got a couple pair. Actually, Adidas had a okay pair of basketball shoes drop like earlier this year. The colors I don't know if I really cared for. They look like sherbet, like.
Well, basketball shoes have gone away from looking good. It's just all about the comfort and
right.
Playability.
I know y'all don't like the new Jordan 35, but I do.
No.
The right colorway, I would cop a pair. So
I'll
stop by like 14.
No, I went to 23. I got all the way up to 23.
I like 31 is my favorite shoe to hoop in. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna shut it down. Talk a little bit about Chadwick Boseman, RIP to Chadwick Boseman, as well as Coach Thompson, Cliff Robinson. Lost them all like within 3 days, man. And Chadwick was a super big shock. It was like, and to not know that he was dealing with that for so long. And I did see him in the Spike Lee movie. Was it the Five Bloods?
Mm-hmm.
And he did look slim, but I was like, hey, it is what it is. And then I saw where people were kind of talking about his size and speculating and making fun of him or whatever. And then I've seen posts saying like, hey, he hid this for 4 years and people were making fun of him, but you never know what someone goes through. And that's something that you really have to think about, because you never know, like somebody's looking or out of character. You don't know what they're going through. They're acting different, they look different.
Right. Yeah, I had saw a video of him that he had put out there. I think it was Jackie Robinson's birthday. This was a while back. It was kind of like when Corona had first started. And he was looking real slim on there. And, some of his people came out and said, oh, well, that's when he's not making movies, he slims down. That's his natural size or whatever. So at that point, I'm just like, okay, maybe so. Even though he still looked really bad. But the thing about it that, makes me appreciate him more, this dude still did movies while he was sick. Didn't tell anybody. He did not just regular movies. He did movies that was a strain on his body. Yeah. Black Panther, the 21 Blocks or whatever it's called. That type of stuff.
Right.
Is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show you the passion he has for his craft to still go through that and be going through surgery and going through chemo and those things like that. A brave man. A super brave man.
But do we know if he was actually going through chemo during that time?
Yes,
he was.
They came out and said that. In 2016 was when he was diagnosed and he started having surgeries and chemo, and he was still doing movies. And they said he didn't tell only his family knew. Nobody on the set knew. Man.
But think about how tight your crew is for that information not even to leak.
Right.
I'm talking about from doctors to everybody.
Well, doctors can't say anything.
Well, not the doctors, but PR or whatever, a nurse or whatever the case may be. Like, that information never came out.
That's go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was one of his best friends that I was watching on an interview, and they was like, they didn't even know. How do you not know? If one of us 5 got sick, nobody else may know, but you 4 gonna know.
Yeah.
How do they not know?
And like the people who did know that kept it tight. That's just an atonement probably for the type of person that he was. This guy, he told the stories of so many people who have always been in our history, but maybe we weren't able to really just manifest exactly what they were to our history. And you got Thurgood Marshall, where hey, you might have known the Thurgood Marshall name, but then when you see the movie, you kind of know what he's, what he was, why he was famous. Jackie Robinson, just you got to see the kind of things that he went through, as opposed to saying, oh man, he was the first black guy in baseball, which he wasn't the first, but like you got to see that, and you got to empathize with the type of treatment that he had to go through. James Brown. I mean, he just told the story of so many people, and then he was our superhero.
Yeah, man.
You know,
he's
like-
never going to be forgotten. Like never.
Right.
That's
And
gonna be. We're gonna be talking about this from generation to generation. That's gonna be a forever movie.
like in his limited time here, he made such a huge impact just off of a few years. Like, what was his first movie?
Oh man, I don't remember. He did more TV shows in the beginning than movies.
Right.
I want to say,
He's only
Was it-
44. He's 4 years older than me.
was it Jackie? It was one of those movies. I can't remember which one it was, but like, I mean, think about it. Black Panther is the 4th largest grossing movie ever, all time.
Wow.
The 4th. I mean, that's and you kind of gotta, not just because it was a Marvel movie, you got to put it on the back of him, the character, the role, the way he played that character. I mean, he carried that character like a true king.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta show respect for everything that dude did during that time. The man was sick. I mean, it's crazy.
And
When you
even
think about
outside cameras, you never really heard anything messy about him.
Never. I mean, and I've been watching all of this stuff about it, man, and he really put in a lot of effort to spend time with kids with cancer.
Right.
He built relationships with them. I mean, they had his number and stuff like that. The man went above and beyond and did things that he did. He could have just said, you know what, I'm gonna go and suffer with my disease and not worry about nobody else. But he still got up every day
He said, "I'm living
and
my best
reached
life."
out to those other people who were going through the same thing that he was. That's, like I say, man, the dude didn't just play a hero. He was a real, true life superhero.
Big Joe said that 42 was his first movie.
Yeah, 42. Yeah, that was it. Wasn't that the Jackie
Yeah.
Robinson movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From 2013.
That was
Yeah.
And Tamika, our heart goes out to you too, because I know that you was a big fan of his. So yeah, definitely. I reached out to you a few times, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Sending
mean, it
you
was
some
just
love.
good to have an actor who painted us in the picture that we deserve to be painted in, because like I love rap, I love hip hop, but when you think about it, like you think about like Rick Ross. Like, I seen this thing on Facebook. I want to kind of touch on this real quick. They allow us to rap about killing each other. They allow us to rap about doing illegal things, to glamorize selling drugs, and that's the only avenue that people feel that they have. And to some people, that might be the only avenue that they have in order to keep up with the Joneses, or to put food and put clothes and whatever else they need. But they allow us to do that. But then like Rick Ross, he raps about me. I'm sure he's rapped about shooting folks or whatever. As soon as he says something about putting something in somebody's drink, that's the thing that gets you kicked out of Reebok. That's the thing that gets you kicked off of whatever else you're working on. It ain't about killing somebody. It's about putting something in somebody's drink, or date rape or whatever, which both are bad. But why did they let one go and not the other? You know what I'm saying?
Because when he talking about killing, he talking about killing other black men. He talking
Exactly.
about, and that's the thing. They're okay with that. Now, if you start talking about killing Karen,
Right.
then it's gonna be a different story. Then it's a problem. Then he's a racist, and then he's a Black Panther, or whatever. He's a militant.
Right.
It's different, because I mean, that's the narrative that they want us to have, is killing each other.
And it maintains a stereotype that people have, and allows people to disregard and not empathize with what's going on in our world right now. Somebody can say, well, like as soon as they see something about looting, they attribute it to everybody who's got an issue with what's going on. They say that, oh yeah, well you guys listening to that rap stuff, and you guys are out there killing folks and blah blah blah, and it allows them to scapegoat to not really dig into exactly what's going on. They don't have to care about that. And I think that people like Chadwick, I think he gives that positive reinforcement. He's somebody that kids can see and work towards being like him. and I was super sad to see him go. Like just like Kobe, Kobe was a great father, a dedicated, hard worker, and for them, for God to take both of them from us in the same year is super tough.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
This year, I mean, John Thompson, Luke. Everybody's not a big fan of college basketball. I was a huge. That man is who made me watch college basketball. Watching him with Patrick Ewing, watching him with Allen Iverson. He was also an asset to the community. You know what I'm saying? It's been a crazy year. And the scary part about it is, everybody keeps saying they can't wait till this year is over. Let's not bless 2021 yet because we're not there yet.
Right.
We're not there
We
yet.
got to try to get there. Word said,
Right. We
you
got
got to
to
be mad at the people who shot in Chicago this weekend, like you're mad at Jacob Blake, and I think that like that I have frustration with too.
Yeah.
My main issue, I mean, and it's selfish because like I don't live in an area where I have to survive that way. But I probably do have to have interactions with police officers wherever I'm at, so I probably put a little bit more emphasis on the cops doing things that maybe they shouldn't do than as opposed to if people are engaged in a certain type of activity that these are the rules of engagement, and unfortunately people that are close to that are affected by, and I'm not happy about it at all. But I think that like I posted a picture or I posted a video on Facebook. It was a white guy that did exactly the same thing that what's his name, Jacob, the exact same thing. He was walking into his car, got into his car, cop had his gun, but he didn't shoot him, and he got out, he threw his ID, the cop picked it up like he wasn't even worried about that. And if it had been a black dude, he would have been dead. He would have been shot. I feel in my heart, I feel that he would have been shot. And it's because there's no penalization for killing us. Like nothing happens when they kill us.
No.
And that's what I mean. That's the main thing.
Well, I mean, I went to the march.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the march this weekend. The march over for racial injustice in DC, and out of respect for Chadwick and like everyone has like passing away since then, I haven't posted anything about it, right? Because I was gonna post all these pictures and all these videos, and as I usually do when I go to these marches, but I just didn't feel right. I felt like it was gonna take away from honoring those that are no longer with us. But yeah, that's social injustice. I mean, the racial injustice is ridiculous, but it's deeper than just what we see. It's a lot. There's a whole bunch of different systems that need to be fixed, not just the justice one.
Yeah. Right, and I see what you're saying. But I feel that if the guy had been black, because the guy was quick to pull his gun out. And I think that there's a different thought process that comes into when you shoot a white person versus when you shoot a black person. Because when black people get shot, nothing happens. I mean, the people who killed Breonna Taylor are still out there. But, people want to say justice for Caden when his killer was collected within 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. You can get into technicalities, but the reality is that some of that stuff is right. I mean, it's, there is a disparity in treatment between people of color versus majority.
It is. It truly is. I've been a victim of it several times, and like with a lot of the stuff that we're seeing happens every day. The only difference is the only reason why it's an issue now is because people are there to record it.
Right.
Had the George Floyd incident not been recorded, those cops would still have a job.
Yep.
It would be completely different. They would still have a job. But if it was a white person that was killed, and I'm not gonna say every time, but most of the time, if it was a white person that was killed and it wasn't recorded, we would still know about it.
Right.
We would still hear about it, but they look at us, the way that they picture us is where they already killing themselves. So what's the difference if we take out a few too? And
Right.
it's unfortunate that people think that way, but they do.
Right. And that's what they use to justify not caring about it. Is that y'all kill each other, so like I don't be out there killing nobody. You
Right.
don't. You don't. So why do I have to pay for that? I mean, there's white people that kill white people. Doesn't mean that you're savages. Just
Right.
means that person, that one person, had an issue, and they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I get heavy on this topic, so I don't want to go too far in.
Yeah.
But definitely, I don't want to. I don't want to lose us honoring the 3 losses that we had this week for sure, and definitely.
Right.
I know outside of the social and racial injustice.
Right.
But yeah.
But I mean, that was the tie-in. Just the fact that he played such a positive person and somebody that, he was a role model for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like when I grew up, I didn't have a black superhero to look up to. Like we had Superman, we had Batman, and we had Junkyard Dog was the closest thing to a black hero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
we had the Brown Hornet. What you talking about, man? We got the Brown Hornet.
I didn't really watch it. That was
that was on
Cosby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't count. He wasn't no real superhero. But
yeah, I grew up reading Black Panther, man, and I never thought as a kid that I would ever see him on a big screen. And they picked the perfect person to play him. Right. And I don't. Of course, I would love to see more Black Panther movies, but I don't think I could watch and see somebody else do it besides Chadwick.
It's never the same.
I hope they don't replace him. I mean, if anything, if Killmonger kind of, I can see Michael B. Jordan kind of stepping up and flipping things.
Yeah, because Killmonger was Black Panther for a long time in the comic books, and also I think his sister was as well. So they might go that route with it, maybe.
Right. I mean, I hope they keep it going, but I hope that they don't try to use him unless they do some type of CGI where they kind of extend his life a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see a little bit.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah, let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go ahead.
Why are you laughing? My Gumby's still here? It's still there. It's
good.
Well, thank you everyone that tuned in today. Follow For the Society. So Wash Academy. Yeah, I know.
She's giggling.
Because I already know what Kev is thinking. But yes, definitely thank you for hanging out with us tonight and missing the Monica and Brandy battle is going on. I didn't say it earlier just in case. But definitely make sure to hit the like button.
For sure. Let me go ahead and do the shout outs. Definitely appreciate people jumping back into the shout out train and shouting the show out. We probably need to make some changes. But we won't be here on Friday. We'll be here the following Friday. But I think we're going to still have a show Monday. We have enough people to fill the team. So, stay tuned. But let me go ahead and do my shout outs here. Shout out to Danny, Karma Wonder. Shout out to Word Customs. Shout out to Mike. Hold on. Because everybody changed their name. And I want to give him his government. KY Souls. Hold on.
Yeah, I hate the way I just show you names now.
Yeah, like just give me the shout out to Hella Lace. Shout out to Old Man Sneakers. Shout out to Soulful Apparel. And shout out to Lars Young. Shout out to Big Boy. And then congratulations to Feats in the Streets for their year anniversary. Keep going, fellas. And then also shout out to the mature kids. Catch them on Sunday. I think at 7 o'clock typically, because that's usually when I'm giving the baby a bath. So it's tough for me to catch that. Shout out to Retro Talk Forum with BAA and Hop. Shout out to and they're on Sundays as well. Sunday, I think they're on Sundays too. And shout out to Talking Kicks. They are Wednesdays at 8:30 on their channel. And then last but not least, shout out to Who Has the Heat. They will be back, I think, this Saturday or the following Saturday with their sneaker battle. So definitely got some talent up in there. So I'm excited to see what happens out of that. So I'll go ahead and pass it to the old man.
All right, shout out to panel, those of you who made it. No love for the ones who did not make it. Well, I guess I get love to them all, but that Mo guy, damn him. Shout out to the chat. As Nicole said, we appreciate y'all for being here with us instead of watching Monica and what's her face go at it. Can't think of the damn girl name at this time. And just do us a big favor. What can we do to improve the show? What can we do to get more people involved? And if you got to be brutal, be brutally honest with us. Leave it in the comments, after the show. Just tell us, what can we do to make changes? What do y'all want to see more of, less of? Just whatever. If you want to see less of me, say, hey, I'm tired of seeing that old dude on the screen. You know what I'm saying? But just give us some type of feedback. Most of y'all that's in the chat been riding us from day one. So just let us know for real what we can do to make the show better. With that being said, y'all have a good week. We'll see y'all next week. Everybody be safe over Labor Day weekend. And we'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.
I gotta wait in line, or I pay somebody else to wait in line. And now, y'all got TD Jakes?
You don't even know me like that, player. You don't even know me like that.